Hey folks, this is Bardic
I've
Dragoon.
got what you need over here.
Need a little bit of help, lady, but let me talk with someone first. So yeah, this is Bardic Dragoon. Welcome back to Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. So we last left off, we had faced off with the widow in the webwood and presumably brought an end to her reign of giant spiders.
Always a pleasure to gaze upon your sweet face. Well, how can I make you smile today? Please tell me it's something improper.
Unfortunately, no. Because the first thing we're going to be taking care of today is getting some training done in persuasion.
What's that?
Because there are a few persuasion checks, not particularly useful or interesting ones coming up, but, you know, there's going to be some persuasion checks coming up, so I think we'll want to make sure we get those points there. That'll upgrade the inventory, and I mean, upgrading the inventory probably wouldn't be a bad idea either, but, meh. Not as interested in that. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's get to what we're actually going to be working at today. That being... Yep. Forgot. We're at the edge of town when we teleport here. That's where our house is. But yes, we're going to be making our way, as I think I mentioned last time, to the Ettinmere. Yep, okay, there's a road here. Because, well, either this or Hakshi, and, I mean... The main story says go to Ettinmere, so we might as well do that. Anyway, Ettinmere is pretty easy to get to from Webwood. We just follow this nice, not quite yellowed brick road. Maybe the brick's yellow anyway. Whatever. Of course, do our normal pick up just random reagents along the way, because we can. Your mistress is dead, and you annoy me. Come at me. You know what? Screw this. Super armor, and just combo away. Because we can stand a face tank for this. What are you gonna do, huh? Are you gonna do that? I'm gonna squish your corpse with a giant hammer. How's that sound? Good to you? No, you're weird. But that's kind of aside from the point here. You're dead now, so I don't have to worry about you. And thankfully, we won't really have to be worrying about giant spiders for, this video at least, probably a good long while in general. Because, as I kind of mentioned last time, they do still exist in this world as enemies, but they're kind of their big moment is the webwood. And actually, before we get that lore stone, just realized I passed up a hidden treasure. Probably this. Yay, log! Apprentice. Apprentice. The first piece forged by Rathir, master craftsman. Elwyn Avergwain. Its enchantments nonetheless exhibit his artistry. I mean, it's a legendary piece of equipment, but what is it? It is... Oh, a scepter. Pretty nifty looking for a scepter, but I'm not going to get a lot of use out of it because... Honestly, I've just never been a big scepter user. Even when I do decide to do... Well, not anything, I've always done fusion, sorcery builds, so... I don't know. Anyway, another stone of spring here.
On the third year of passage, Tyrin entered Dalantarth. In dark wood and fany field she strode, until from wandering she was taken to the roots of mighty Velagru's child. So laden with Lyria's song, a greater magic known to none, she communed with nature's spirit, but the lyric she sought was not found. So to the plains of Erethel travelled the Lyria-guided Tyrin. Wind chased her swarthy cloak and tresses, masked her against the moonlit plains. That ebon evening tide, that coloured shade that so long ago marked us, Tyrion marched against the celestial expanse. Beneath the diamonded sky, she found her rest.
I have completely lost the plot of what's happening with the stone in the spring. We might have to go in and listen to that once we find all of them, though that's going to take a while. The seasonal ones are located kind of all over the place. I think there's only 2 or 3 of them in the Greater Dalentarth area here. So, yeah. It's going to be a while before we find all those. Anyway, yeah. Oh, okay. Hand on chin. I thought it was like praying at this weird little altar of dead tribal. Nope, not brownies. I don't know. Anyway, what's up, Home Slice?
I say, isn't there anything we can do about all this uncivilization in these lands? We have magic and weapons. Should be easy work. But you could fit the bill. I'm part of an expedition to the teeth of Naros. We need another to come with us on the journey.
Your tone and wording sounds somewhat discomforting to me, but what expedition, what's happening, what?
It's as I said, we're going to the unexplored land south of Dalentarth. They're said to house unimaginable wealth. Our coffers will thank us when we get there. If you need more information, find our camp near Ettinmere and speak to our leader, Helic. Leave me.
Will do. So yeah, that's our little tagline introduction to the Teeth of Naros DLC quest line, which we are not going to be doing even though we're right near where you can start it at. Probably trigger the area so I can warp back to it fairly easily, but welcome to Ettinmere. This place is interesting. Basically, well, if you couldn't tell by all the trees and the water, it's kind of a big swampy area. And it has kind of a unique weapon or enemy type for this area that is not super great to fight. And we'll get to it in a moment here. First things first. First lore stone is right here at the entrance, so that's cool.
Lord Ferrara, valiant warrior, destroyer of Enfaminir, Duke of the Hylarans, protector of the Ring of Kiozai, discoverer of the island of Meropis, were he only to meet a better end.
Yeah, that dude's actually going to be relevant enough before too long, before the end of this episode. These episodes seem to be a bit long, so, you know, there's that. Ooh, prisoner lockpick. Always nice to have those. But yeah, with how this place is laid out and a couple other things, this is not a fun place to be, generally speaking. Nope, okay. But probably the first thing to help take care of is to find a waypoint here and also pick up some quests. And that first waypoint is going to be the homestead. And speaking of those quests, we'll do that in a moment. There's potential treasures to be gained here. Let's see. Nope. Not even my class or build. Nope. Okay. Apparently not fairly useful treasures, but hey, we can sell them for money. And money can be traded for things that are useful. Like training, mostly. Maybe, actually, the next thing I'm probably going to get is the backpack expansion, because, sure, why not? There's a lot of jump spots where you can get into water. I don't want to do that here in a moment, but not right now. Let's see, there's a couple of things we can loot around. I'll take a look at you in a moment. I thought I saw something weird. But first things first, get this, and yep, that is definitely a weird demonic owl with glowing eyes. Cool. We are not doing that. Well, actually, that's nothing to do with that. That's just a thing that exists in this world for some reason. A little piece of set dressing. Kind of creepy looking.
Stranger?
Talk to you in a moment. First things first, destroy that. Pick up that. And there's the other chest. I was about to. I think there's another chest somewhere around here. There we go. Alright, cool. And then you. I will let you sleep. We can't do anything with your quest anyway. But you have a quest of interest, question mark. You're totally missing that fish there, dude. Trust me, then again, I never tried cutting fish with a cleaver, so maybe there's a different technique to it that involves not hitting the fish. But, you know, let's talk to this dude. The owner of this homestead.
There ain't no fish today, stranger. It's best you look elsewhere. Can't even look a fish in the face anymore. Not ever since I met that nymph.
I mean, nymphs are a fantasy race. This is a fantasy game, but do nymphs exist? That seems notable that you met a nymph. What?
I can remember when I first saw her. On the cliff to the south, overlooking Ettinmere. I saw that watery maiden and I fell in love with her. I've outlived my Imelda. My nephew Thaddeus up and left for Dyden Hill for want of never seeing me again. I had a chance of ending loneliness, but it was taken from me. Beasts of the wild scared her off. We were to wed by my pier, but I ain't seen her for days now. I'd searched, but the monsters will rip me to shreds.
I mean, I'm good at killing monsters. I might be able to help you out.
I bet you could indeed. Now, that's only half of what's needed. You must also find my bride-to-be. Then the wedding will be upon us. I've got to find the ring. I need to find my bear mask. I need to prepare. You best start by the pier. If she's not there, keep heading south. She's bound to be somewhere. Go on now. I will ready myself for the wedding and then catch up to you. Please, find my nymph.
Bear musk, huh? That seemed like an unusual preparation for a wedding, but I genuinely don't know. Okay, so that pier is his pier right there. Anything interesting in the water? There are actually some interesting things to be done in the water, but honestly, well, not interesting things. Why did it get back here, game? I don't know why the window just decided to defocus, but you know, whatever. Stuff happens. Alright. Yeah, there are some interesting things we found in the water, but honestly, this area is weird to explore. That's not a class. That's a lot worse than what I have. Like literally the same thing, but without the extra bonus features, so literally, functionally, and undeniably worse. Anyway, but yeah, this area has a lot of swimming to be done, and for questionable levels of profit. I mean, I picked up a couple of prisoner lockpicks, so that's cool. But to help this guy, first we need to clear these monsters. By monsters, apparently he meant wolves. I can get behind calling these things monsters, because frankly, fighting them is a monstrously annoying experience. Haha! There we go. Alright. Now we need to find this nymph bride thing. Oh, well, first actually we need to loot that wolf's corpse. I didn't notice. I didn't even know. How did I not notice that he didn't have minor flame guard? Not super useful, but might be helpful. Actually, thinking about it really quickly, let's. Minor magic amplification can go there. Current stopper can go there. Actually, current stopper can go there. Force potion there. there. Honestly, temporarily boosting my mana pool doesn't seem very useful. Shield curtain, you can go there. Alright, that seems useful. Because there's going to be a lot of electricity in this area. Very painful electricity. And admittedly, something I used to actually stick a rusty butter knife into an electrical socket because I thought it felt weird and interesting. So, you know, not all electricity is painful. So, forget what I was about to say. I'll forget the thing I just said anyway, because, you know, that's weird. It's weird that someone would do that, and I'm not weird like that. And he says that knowing that there is a large enough volume of him basically talking to himself, which, you know, I mean, questionably already weird enough not to affect Let's Plays are a thing, but, you know, that just kind of disproves the whole him not being weird. So yes, this is an This is kind of this area. Hi, you just teleported out of nowhere.
My lovely bride. I am all dressed and prepared for our wedding.
What?
Thank you, stranger. Bless you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to seal my bond with a ring and a kiss. Any last words for the crusty bachelor?
Okay, I just missed the nymph. There was a thing trying to kill us, and that's all I saw.
My nymph! She just followed that disgusting etching with a glance. Beauty kills even the beast, so they say. Did you not see her wiggle her way to the cliff overlooking the lake? It's where we first met, you know. Grand spot for our union. Well, friend, if there's nothing else, I'm off. You're welcome to witness the event if you care to.
I killed the Ettin. Dude, you delusional. What?
Wait a moment. That's no nymph. That's not the graceful creature I fell in love with. You were good enough to go along with an old man's wishes. Might I ask one more of you? I want you to kill that beast. To preserve the memory of my bride. I'll see you rewarded if you do.
Why does it need to die? Also, what beast? What's happening? What?
I've seen the chaos and destruction the thing has caused. It's a demon of the waters. Not only that, but to think I ever loved that thing. It's shameful. Please, it burdens my old heart. I'll reward you for the work. I promise you that much. Just see it gone. Farewell.
Okay. What thing is he talking about? The Ettin is... Oh, that thing. Yeah, I can see why he wants that dead. It's kind of terrifying. Don't know if it's hurting anybody, but then again, it tricked him into thinking it was a beautiful nymph. Doesn't seem to do anything with that, but, you know, whatever. Did you just heal yourself? We will have none of that now. Okay, if I can hit you. There we go. Alright, cool. So let's loot whatever this thing was doing over here with its ugly, wriggly smoke hairness. What the heck was going on with that creature? And then we'll look at that lore stone in a moment, but first I want to loot this campsite that this thing created. Another hammer that doesn't do me much good. And again, I am level 9. I swear I was level 10. Yeah, whatever. Brutal Feyblades. Not anything really worth taking. Not my build, not legendary. Anyway. But yeah, and this area is scaled levels 3 to 13, so... And maybe I'm a little out-leveled for this area, potentially. I don't know. There's another one of those creepy owls. Go away, owl.
So brief his term among our court, so virile in his living. He is fervor embodied. He is vitality. He rescued Princess Luna to take as his own. King of Strand, Prince of Passion.
Yeah, these... I mean, admittedly, most of the regional lore stones are kind of short to the point, but still. These things are kind of short.
You
Killed the
must
thing.
finish it.
I did.
That's the end of that, then. I'm sorry for roping you into such a task, stranger. It's just... You see enough sadness in your life, and you see chances for happiness wherever you look. Now for your reward. Take my wedding ring. It's on Imelda's memory long enough. Seems fair I give up what hasn't been taken.
What's been taken?
It ain't much. Just a small charm that she had when we were wed. When fever took her, I mounted it on her grave. And then one of those two-headed bastards pried it off. Carried it to the lake, giggling like a pair of fools. Wouldn't dare follow the beasts there. But if you... well, you've helped me enough.
I mean, I've shown I can kill an Ettin. I'm sure I can get this thing for you. And, like, you genuinely seem like someone that's kind of in need of help. You're a lonely old guy living in the middle of a swamp. You haven't tried to kill me, because that seems like either you're a serial killer or you're just sad and lonely. So I'm presuming you're the latter, because you haven't tried to kill me. So I'll get the thing for you.
Thank you. You're a kind soul indeed. The Ettin took to the shore as soon as I saw him. He's somewhere on the lake's edge, I'm sure of it.
Alright. So now we have to go find this charm. But because I love doing this, rather than going down the hill there, we were going to go... Whee! Oh, wait, another spot to die for treasure. Let's go take care of that then. Fostering helm. Ooh. Same thing but with boosted mana regeneration instead of bleeding resistance. Yeah, I'm taking that. And it literally looks exactly the same. But yeah, throw that in the junk pile. Is that no, that's just a weird trickle of light. So as I mentioned, this area, it's mostly just a rim around the edge of this giant lake, I guess you'd call it. And like all the trees in it and everything, like it feels more swampy, but it's still just plain water as far as the graphics and gameplay seem to consider. But it feels significantly more swampy just from the surroundings. Rousing hammer. I don't know what's so rousing about it, just mediocre physical damage. Whatever. Throw that in the junk. Alright, there's something there. Steel chop room. It's not my build, so I don't need to worry about that. Oh wait. And I want to get that hidden treasure there. I can also fight that Ettin, but honestly, it's not worth it at the moment. It's gonna make my life more complicated in a moment if I do decide to fight him now, and it doesn't matter. He's aggroed, as are his wolves. Great. Come back here, you wolf. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Please die, wolf. That way I can focus on this big bad boy here. Okay, well the wolves are dead. Now I can focus on you. Yes, he is an Ettin shaman. Which means he can do that lightning thing. And also, Ettins are kind of like small trolls. They have that large/mid-sized enemy thing with the hit stun. Not my build, not my build, not my build. Alright, cool. Well, that was a waste of time because we are literally going to do that exact same thing again before too long. Yeah, at least we got another prisoner lockpick by searching there in the water. That's cool. Question mark. Alright. Pick up some flowers. Oh, pick up multiple flowers. Bloodroot. That sounds like a useful thing for alchemy. It had that sort of, you know, name like weird alchemist plants, you know, Bloodroot. Build, not my build. go up there later. Get to that lore stone later. Okay, now you. Ugh. That's right, I booted you in the face. What you gonna do about it? Alright, just more bloodroot. And actually, so that way when we do get to it eventually, it's on the map. Because... No, okay. But there is a thing nearby that we can teleport to, okay. I don't want to trigger just because I'm not sure how the level scaling works, whether it's once you accept the mission in there that it counts the level scaling for the new area that it takes you to, or how that works, but... Oh, wait, we just passed by a hidden treasure chest. Or it's another log, because logs are the answer to everything, apparently. But yeah. We will get to the Teeth of Naros eventually. But with the DLC, each of them is a whole brand new area. And I don't think it's the Teeth of Naros, I think it's the other one that actually does it, but yeah. There is... Go back to the local map. There is a reason to... Oh. More peace. Yep. That thing is gonna hurt if you get hit by it, so you don't want to. Okay. Dog's annoying me now. Unfortunately, this is why Ettins are too great to fight. So they can kind of very quickly evolve into this. Ow. Not to mention their preference for having wolves around. I've already explained how little I like wolves in this game. Like, you don't even need to get a fancy combo. One combo, one like super basic, just use your normal attack 3 times in a row combo will usually finish them off. But still, I just don't like wolves. And now boggarts. However, first things first, there's that little cove over there. In there is something really cool. You think we've already stumbled across it, but not in this form. Oh, actually, there's also this. What's over here? That's what I want. Cool. More importantly, Essence of Fate. Essence of Fate is probably the best alchemy ingredient. Pretty much you need it for high-level potions that I don't have the ability to make right now, even if I wanted to. But, you know, it's good to have. Especially if you just literally just pluck it from the environment. And that Ettin over there is the one we were looking for to help that poor old man. Come at me, bro. Let's see, Warrior's Gauntlets. Technically better by giving me 7 armor and the exact same bonus here, but... Yeah, but see, the problem is I've not found anything else in the ceremonial armor set, so I'm going to equip that. Sandals of Hamazverk. Okay, sorcery equipment, should have figured. Footgear lavishly enchanted to enhance the battle readiness of a novice war mage. Nifty. And Imelda's Charm, what we actually came out here for. So we'll go be nice and talk to that old guy in a bit. But, first things first. Helm of Puncturing, not really useful. Bones to piercing damage. Iron Greatsword, not as good as my regular Greatsword. Alright, cool. First things first, we're actually going to head backwards a little bit. Actually, I'm going to go this route to get where I want to go, because I noticed there's a dive spot over here. And it'll save me from having to fight 2 Ettins, which I guess, like, not really super obnoxious, but no, whatever. Miner's experience booster, don't need that. Actually, it might not save me from having to fight those 2 Ettins. Because... oh, okay, it's 2 wolves over here. Boink. Okay, cool. There are 2 Ettins that are on the... well, if we came at this from the other direction, from land, we would have had to fight, and yeah, I'm just not up for that. I don't find Ettins particularly fun to fight, and we're going to have to fight enough of them before this video is over. That, you know what? We'll leave well enough alone. Chainmail Curious. No. Oh, I don't know why I put... gold... actually, what is the description of gold coins, since I did take a look at it? Crudely minted gold coins, the monetary standard of Amalur. Wait, what? Great. Okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure I picked up a crude something. Yeah, there we go. Crude boiled leather leggings. Destroy that. Get our Prismere lockpick. And not find any reagents. So if I had, the way the reagents are kind of stored in one bag that all reagents go into, makes it so that's, you know, not necessarily a bad thing to pick up reagents even if your inventory's full. And here we are, the Ballad's Oratory. Nice place to be at. Sharpen the skill, except my inventory's I'm going to take care of the full inventory here in a second, but, you know, the extra walking isn't going to do me any good anyway, so we're just going to do that. And then we're going to... actually, no, we're going to talk to you first. What's up, Home Slice? What you doing out here?
Well, look at what we have here. Truthfully, I never expected to see another civilized soul out here in Ettinmere. Something about the giant hairy monsters must keep people away. Good to meet you. The name is Ray Kildine, purveyor of fine sage-crafting goods and friend to the House of Ballads.
Cool. You're also a merchant, most importantly. All he sells is gems and gem accessories, but sell off all our junk to clear out some inventory space and actually get a pretty large amount of money. Let me see what's in here. And useless chainmail helm and some scarwood bark. Cool, that was not worth it. However, what will be worth it is... oh yeah, you take the thing back to the dude. But not what I'm about to do. I'm about to travel to Goreheart. For 2 reasons. First of all... well, actually, an important thing here.
Welcome. Come in. You wouldn't believe how...
first, sell that one item for its 100 gold. But more importantly, we can now afford the backpack. Say backpack. So let's just stockpile on these since they're cheap.
How busy we've been since that Fae arrived. Goodbye.
Yeah, we don't care. And next thing... hello?
Need something?
No, not you. Is it you?
What do you need?
There we go, repair. Alright. Repair that. That's starting to get low. It's been a while since we properly repaired a lot of our equipment. Yeah, the hardened greaves are getting close too. Actually... yeah, but you have no reason. I have no reason to repair that.
So long.
Alright. Ah, yourself. Alright, and then... actually, let's head over to Canrock. So we got a few legendary items I want to deposit in our safe deposit box here. Or our stash, rather. And yes, place that. Place that. Oh, no, I can put the silky veil. No, I can't. Okay, cool, fine. Why are you not in junk? Am I still wearing the ceremonial gauntlets? I need to change that. Oh yeah, an Encog's ring, the thing we got for killing the thing, whatever it was. It's basically just a sell it for money thing. Feels kind of mean to do that, given how and why we got that, but yeah, equip that. Put the ceremonial gauntlets back in storage. I mean, we can equip it. But it literally does nothing. So we're going to sell that at some point. Because I'm a jerk like that. And honestly, because I keep forgetting about that, I have this thing in the +1 to the merchant or mercantile skill that it gives me. Let's dump that into junk 2. Why are you in there? You are not a legendary or part of a set, so we're gonna take you out of there. Cool. Okay. And I don't know why you won't let me put you in there. Oh well. Let's make our way back to the Ballad's Oratory. Because there's important stuff to be done here. If you remember from what we dealt with in Gorgoroth and with Sagriel or whatever his name was, who I guess we are now. It's weird. But we need to talk to King Wenson here.
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe him. But here you stand before me. Impressive. It is a pity about Sagar, a grand hero. But there's not time to raise the king's token in his honor. We need every hand carrying a sword for the coming battle. We've come to aid Sir Ferrara, our brother in the Court of Enchantments. It is time for his telling of the Ballad of Bloody Bones.
Okay, where is he?
Ferrara went in pursuit of his nemesis, for Bloody Bones has emerged, poised to abduct a maiden to be his mistress. So goes his song. You will need to revive Ferrara after the battle. I can only assume Hallam would not have sent you unprepared for this task. Go to Ferrara, and quickly. When the two of you finish, I will await you at the House of Ballads in the north. Do be careful, Sagar. Good luck.
Alright, so we have to go find the dude and resurrect him after his legendary fight, I suppose. Ooh. Oh, okay, now it's going to count as stealing. Echo Stones. Okay, so these things, we saw one of them already, but we couldn't do anything with it. However, here, you'll notice there's this egg rock thing. The Shadow of Enfaminar. We take it over to the Echo Stone.
May the stone sing your song to the ages. May the breath of time remember you. Listen. Listen as the Echo Stone etches each ballad in memory.
And yeah, we can, any of those stone egg things, we can take to an Echo Stone and use it, and this happens.
Enfaminar, the name alone cools the drops to ice, mutes the scream to a whisper. Enfaminar. It came from beyond the sea, tearing through the veil as one tears at a warm belly for a meal, hungry and sensing the pulsing blood underneath, smelling the prey. It was Ferrara who met the beast, who raised his blade to the sky and sent the Horinox into a tunnel of fire, back to the other side, back to the brink of elsewhere. And Enfaminar rested, waiting for the day when it would return. For as long as there were kingdoms to conquer and chaos to sow, its gaze would be upon us.
And yes, we will start this ballad. We're not going to pursue it right now because we've got more important things to take care of. And I just hit the button to say we're going to pursue it right after saying I wouldn't. But now what we're going to do here is There we go. Ballad of Bloody Bones. Yeah. And yeah, it's all the way in the Sidhe, which, if I remember correctly, we are nowhere near. Yeah, the Sidhe, there we go. We're not going to be getting there for a while. So we're not going to worry too much about that. Instead, we shall go and assist Ferrara in his ballad and fight against Bloody Bones. Though, before doing that, we're going to... Actually, there's no easy way off of this island. So, yeah, we are going to go over here, get into the water. Oh, also, pick up the backpack. Increase inventory by 10. You'll notice now my inventory limit is 80 rather than 70 as it was before. That's cool, I suppose. Oh, hey, there's a thing there. So go dive for treasure there. There's actually been some good stuff. Mostly in the form of prisoners lockpicks. Don't know why there's so many of those things out here, but I am not about to start complaining. Oh, wait, there's a treasure chest over there I somehow missed. Go. Alright, cool. Now let's loot this treasure chest for... Oh, actually, prisoner lockpicking with the current stopper. That'll be useful here. But yes, we are going to continue on this path that we stopped after finding that Ettin and getting Imelda's charm. Gonna try to Mitharu. Slight health recovery. That's always useful. Right, that's what Mitharu's, no, not that, effects. Yeah, health regeneration. Boost to that stuff. Also, ignore what's happening over there. We're not dealing with that right now. Fortunately, the little text at the bottom of the screen is going to keep narrating it as if we were dealing with it, because apparently what's going on there is pretty loud, I suppose. Anything in the water? Actually, there's something in the water. Okay. And lore stone. First of all, get to the lore stone.
So simply Thamor, so formidably Bloody Bones. Once companion to Issa, now enemy to the court. Once lover of Hera, then bringer of death. Now forever in decay, forever cursed, never to enter the great cycle, forever alone.
Alright then. Sounds kind of depressing, personally. So, you might remember, quest we picked up at the Children Keep. A Warsworn camp at Ettinmere has not been heard from in some time. I should travel to the camp and see what's wrong. No. Oh, there's a corpse here. Take the mission brief. And... okay, yep, we are now following this. And yes... there are 4 major Ettin shamans that are wandering around. And so yes, even though where we wanted to go for the quest of ballad there, it's going to be over there, we're actually not going to go there yet. First going to raid this camp since, hey, no one's here to use any of this stuff anyway, so I might as well get some use out of it, I suppose. And I'd also break a few lockpicks because I'm bored. And just spent a lot of, well, not a lot of money, but just spend some money on some. Ruthless Hammer, not super great. Minor Warrior Strength. Increased total health for a while. Not super great. Oh, and I guess there's an Ettin who wants to kill us. I mean, that's not anything new or really noteworthy, but hey. Oh, and you're an Ettin shaman, okay. Not one of the named ones we need to kill, though. Yeah! Yeah, cotton robes, not my build. Woo! Ragdoll your corpse! Ragdoll your corpse! Ragdoll your corpse! And push you around. Push you off a cliff. Come on, come on, come on. Ah. Nope, nope. PD ragdolled too soon. Bandit's Great Sword, which is less useful than my Student's Great Sword, though it also has a lower level requirement, so I guess that makes sense. So, you know, we'll throw that in junk. Okay. Yeah, we're getting stuff to fill up our inventory at least. Gloves of Lightning Shield. Those are, yep, finesse equipment, not my build. Alright, so let's clean up these plants, try and harvest some reagents. Inevitably fail at it, I'm sure. And then let's see. Yeah, that's how we'll do things. No, I just trying to think of the way that's going to be like the most sensible to take on these set of fights here. Because there are other things that we want to actually no. If I remember correctly, there is something here that we want. Okay, not what I was thinking of, but hey, treasure chest, I'll take it. Nope. No more Prismatic lockpicks, though. I can definitely get behind getting more of that. This aisle? Oh, okay. That is actually a different island I was thinking of. But over here, I believe there is, yep, a gnomish expedition of some kind. Not many expeditions out here seem to go too well, it seems. Foiled leather armor, not my build. Yeah, nothing found, okay. Boots of Ice Shield, finesse build. Made sorcery build, reagent. Okay, cool. Oh, where did the other wolves come from? There we go. There we go. Okay, the wolves are dead. Now we can focus on you, Mr. Shaman. Or war priest, sorry, my mistake. Ow. By the way, don't get hit in the face with a giant electric hammer. It hurts. smack things in the face with a hammer. It's usually very effective. Gauntlets of Ice Shield. Not super great weapon. No, not super great piece of equipment there. Nah, I'll pass. Alright. Oh yeah, there's another plant we can move here. And... hidden chest somewhere around here. Oh. Going to go? We can go if you want to go. I don't think you want to go, though. Ow. How long do those things have an active hitbox while they're ballerinaing around? Ow. It's a bit longer than I would anticipate. I need to work on my timing for parries. They're not... well, they are useful. They're not as useful now as they would be with a sorcery build or as we get higher weapon skills. Because higher weapon skills do give you basically attack out of parry, and those are some of the... from my understanding, I mean, they've had the look of it, so I'm going to figure that this is true as well from some things I've read. But attacks out of parry are some of the strongest attacks in the game as far as just like basic weapon attacks. Or advanced weapon attacks, whatever you want to call it. But, yeah. There's also, but if you're your sorcery build, the type of weapon, what is it? Or the type of shield they use, rather, the sigils, something like that. They actually, when you do a parry, they will send out a shockwave of whatever element that shield is. So like an elemental shockwave that damages enemies around you. You know what? Relentless assault. There we go. Okay, just you and me, Mr. Thresh. Say, come on, just one last hint. Just tank it. Just face tank the hits. Oh, frostbite. Let's see. What are you? Let's see. Damp air forms as frost on the enchanted steel, with a coat of winter engraved blade and grip in a classic face style. Is this a great sword? I don't know. Whatever it was, we're taking a look at that in a moment. And then Shadow Prism, which I don't feel like having right now. Yes, it is. Ooh, and it's a substantial upgrade, too. And now I can do fire damage with the giant hammer and ice damage with the giant sword. I am okay with this. I am very much okay with this. Okay, I already looted you. So you're still glowing. I thought I just looted you. Alright. Fine iron kite shield, not as good as what I have. And the chop wounds are not something that fits to my build, so we'll ignore those. But, oh, we will. Discover hidden objects there, and more importantly...
What antipathy between them, Ferrara and Famor. Ferrara filled with life in bloom, and the bloody bones with rot and scar. How terrible is their grapple when they both meet their ends.
Yeah, but the way these phase stories tend to go, people meeting their ends isn't a thing that happens too often. Also, level up. So, first I'm going to do... yeah, let's go with this dispelling for the moment. And then, continuing along our might build, we are going to... what do we need there? 35. Now it's going to be a good level or two before we get to that. But let's see. Let's boost Relentless Assault a little bit more because the mana cost... the problem is it increases the mana cost as we level it up. And like this is not a very mana-centric build, so might have to start thinking about buying mana potions. And boosting... Yeah, but there's not much of a boost to that. I don't really use Adrenaline Surge all that often. Health falls below 25%. I don't really let myself get into that state too often. I mean, Concussive Force, yes, because that gives us bonus damage to stunned enemies. Let's see. Quake does 10% more damage and adds a 20% chance for a 3-second stun to the final hit. Okay. 10% more damage. You know what, we'll do that. So we now can last for 13 seconds. And then it looks like it's going to be probably by max level 20 seconds. That we're just going to be like, nope, hit stun is not a thing, screw you. And not enough points to get to the next might thing, which is going to be Warrior 49. So we are quite a ways away from that. I'm cool with that though. They've got a giant icy sword. And let's see. Not much point going that way. Nope. Okay. So... Oh. One used down there, huh? Alright. Oh, there's some hidden chests. Okay. I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to first go take on the Ettin War Priest, or Ettin Shaman, whatever, up here in the north. Well, that guy that we totally don't know over there fighting in front of that dungeon we're ignoring keeps yelling really loudly. Fine Iron Hammer. Nope. Steel Fade Blades, not my build, so we're not doing that. And... And yes, Duckster, a named Ettin War Shaman. You ain't so tough. Ugh. Too late to escape fate indeed. Thanks for that cool call out. That cool battle cry call out, mysterious dude who we are ignoring. And Eel Petal. And Fine Iron Hammer. We're just that's not going to be useful. We are only taking enchanted. Oh, hard. Alright, well, at least we'll get a second chance if we fail at this. Failure seems... Okay, that actually... they were talismans. That's what sorcerers use for shields. And yeah, if you use them, you'll notice it... Oh, that one actually doesn't. Okay, most of them have an elemental effect, and when you use it, it creates a burst of that elemental effect. But actually, anytime you parry in general... you will see an effect that it'll do some kind of alternate damage, or it'll, like, stun everything immediately within the area. Which I guess with that thing that I just got, what's it called? No abilities. Yeah, Concussive Force, that actually means that... the reason I was in here was to look at this. Thrident's Charge. Okay, yeah, that's the bonus to damage. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, there's a treasure chest there. Okay, we'll go take care of that then. But, as far as the effect... it will actually stun everything that's around you. So that might actually be a useful thing to do now, with the parry being even more useful. I mean, the fact that, if I remember correctly, parry completely negates damage versus just blocking, reducing it. Though, admittedly, as a might-based build our damage reduction, both from the fact of the type of shields we use and just generally like passive abilities and stuff. You know, damage reduction from blocking is pretty solid right now, so yeah. Oh yeah, we need to talk to eventually. But what I want to do is I actually want to see... Well, actually what I want to see is... Ah, yes, I can approach you from here. Okay, cool. Oh, alright. Nope! We're just not dealing with that right now. And yes, you can still be hurt in Fate mode here, whatever this is called. And let's get some big bonus experience with a giant mystical sword of FU. Alright, so that's two of those named priests dead. And some armor I don't want. Alright, yeah, take the gold from him. Meant to do that too. And anything from those wolves? Nope. Alright, this is an easy one. There we go. Not my class. Alright, this is useful though. Alright, and then on that little island there, there is some stuff to take care of. Hidden chest mostly. So we're going to take care of that. And log! Nope. Blazing zone might be useful though. Now there's just chest sitting over there. I have to circumvent this little island to get to it. I was hoping I could stay on it, because the moment you transition from land to water, it immediately stops all of your momentum. Like if you're running on land and you get into water, you don't immediately start fast swimming, you just like stop. And then start slow swimming. It's kind of obnoxious. Okay, I know somewhere around here. On the other side of those branches, of course it is. Of course we have to get back into the water to get to it. Pile of rocks. Chauces of lightning shield. Oh. Okay. I lose the +5 to health, but I gain a 14-point bonus to armor. And some more lightning resistance, which is useful for here. So yes, let's actually equip that. Alright. So anyway, that there's a chest I forgot over here. Interesting. Tempest. The Lojolfsvar enchanter Fiona Cade was the first volunteer to die beside her Docklefar kin in the Phalanx War, but her staff fights on in her absence. Okay, so we got a, pardon me, unique staff, cool, and a useless helmet. Okay, and that's nifty. Cool. Okay, I can live with this. I'm okay with this. And let's see. Yeah. I'm going in the right direction, okay. Another pair of it. So these ones are just brutes. Ow. I forgot that brutes can do that. Brutes are thankfully not too tough, especially now that I've leveled up, so I'm technically a higher level than them. Because of how level scaling in this works. They are level 9, I am level 10, and his corpse just fell in the water. Hopefully there wasn't anything useful in it. Anyway, too late to escape. I mean, collect that. Dispel this chest. Let's see. Oh yeah. Ooh, jeweled bracelet. That'll sell for good money. Experience booster. Don't particularly care about that one. But most importantly, over here is
Lord Ferrara, lover of summer, but more a lover of Luna. His sacrifice so unexpected, yet so fitting. Forfeiting himself so that she may survive. His cycle is ended, and so weep the maidens. For the most august lover, most exalted hero.
And yep, that is the Ettinmere set completed, which gives us plus 3% bonus to damage or melee damage. So that's cool. And then another one of our specialty named Ettins. Oh, look, one we already killed. Oh, he's got a buddy now. Oh, okay, so the normal one is just there, but then there's... You know what, actually? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just face tank all of this. Boink! Homeworn bat him into the water. Oh, alright, so we're that with a very short 14 seconds. There we go. Alright, now just you and me, Soul. Oh, I'm swimming now. That's not good. Get out of the water. Get out of the water here. Come on. Come at me, bro. Get out of the water. Ow. There we go. And that's another one of them down. Food boiled leather hood. Boiled leather, like, actually a thing? Does that make better leather or something? Because they seem to be finding that a lot now. Alright. And then... yeah, the last one is over there by the House of Ballads. So let's head that direction. Actually, let's focus on this wolf here. Now, okay, so trying to dodge the attack. Timing there. Oh yeah. You got anything for me? Alright, well let's push into the water then. Also, why can't we interact with that? Oh. Because I've aggroed those ones on the other side of the lake. That's cool, fine. There we go. Not that I'm really missing much here. I'm actually just gonna swim right by you guys, because I just don't feel like dealing with you. You're too wet than your wolf. That ain't my jam, so we ain't dealing with it. But you over here, the last of the named Ettin shamans, 2, 3, home run! Oh, well, okay, I no longer have relentless assault effect. That's good to know. Get over here. Fall down. And now we need to go to Children King to turn this in. Which I think we will, actually. No, I wanted to go. Teleport. No, not Canrock. Children Keep. Sup, home slices?
Really, there's no need to stand around and gape.
That Ettinmere contract is done. Please stop being stupid.
Dead? Each and every one? Well, you certainly rose above the call of service. You've earned your pay, and then some. Good then.
Alright. So then let's really quickly go sell off some stuff.
Sworn to war?
Some equipment repairs done.
Commissary, need gauntlets or a fine sword? Aye.
Stay sharp.
And you are repairs, I believe.
Here to join, then? You don't look like...
Repair, alright. So let's see. My body armor needs some help. Actually, everything else looks to be in
like
good
a
shape.
patron? Goodbye now.
Alright, we can't unfortunately take on the pardon me, training there from that he offers for blacksmithing, though and then how many we have? 2 unique items, and not enough to really make a trip to Canrock worthwhile.
It's good pay, but trying work.
Alright, so once we're done here, we'll go ahead and actually make our way over, well, back outside. And then we'll go back to the homestead. The barrel just exploded of its own accord. Interesting. Talk to you in a moment. First, need to bring this guy the news.
You found it after all. For Imelda's sake, I'm glad you didn't leave it with that monster. But I have a few coins left to my name, and you can take them. And the bed's free for your use whenever you care for it.
Cool. The bed he's talking about is this over here. It's an inn. Inns aren't very useful in this game anyway, and I'd rather go somewhere where I can quick teleport to an actual bed. How about you, Mr. Gnome here that was sleeping before? What do you have?
Only one head, by the mercy of the gods. I thought my time had come at last. Fate does not seem to hold much stock in my expedition, but it leaves me alive to see its utter failure through to the end.
What expedition are you on? What's happening, huh?
I was leading an expedition to recover a pair of Arathi artifacts, known only as Shine and Shadow. I've spent the last decade researching them. Texts say the artifacts are powerful, but what they can do is never explicitly stated. Regardless, the Templars feel it best to place such items under their guard. But the Ettin have hit us hard. And it's said that the artifacts are guarded in Delac by an ancient, powerful shaman of their kind. I'm at a loss for what to do.
Yeah, I'm going to be heading to Delac for reasons before too long. I'll see what I can do to help you out, buddy.
I have not had such good news in some time. My research indicates that the artifacts are somewhere in Delac. It seems they're now a trophy of the Ettin. I can promise you this much. Though my expedition was underprepared, it was not under-financed. A large reward waits for one who finds the artifacts.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm all for getting large rewards, so that sounds good for me. Anyway, let's get back on with reviving the dude, the Fey dude. He's gonna die here as part of his song. And actually, yeah, this fighting charge didn't last for very long though, so not gonna worry about it. Edward is gonna come up here, bully these boggarts. And more relevantly, head here into, well, after picking up this flower and seeing if the boggarts dropped any loot for me. Yes, one of them did. Just a little bit of gold. But head here into Uduath. No, actually, quest. Where is Ballad of Bloody Bones? There we go. And yeah, this is one of those ones that is linear with a kind of loop back that you get to once you finish it. But for the moment... Ah! Figara, I presume. Get over here. I just scorpion get over here to you and you would not listen. Let's try this again. You're dead now.
A mortal? Is this Wenson's idea of humor? Well, you look hardy enough. Won't botch the tale of Bloody Bones too badly, I suppose. Still, I'm curious as to how Hallam expects you to bring me back from the edge of the Great Cycle. But that's his problem, not mine.
So what should we be doing here, buddy? You're familiar with this song because your lives are just repeated cycles, apparently. What's happening?
Let me be truthful with you, Dustling. I've never seen Bloody Bones act so erratically. He cares nothing for the story, as if he craves a different outcome. Instead of spiriting away a young mortal maiden, he took an entire camp. Men, women, children. It's mad. Certainly not part of the tale. And I thought this ballad couldn't get any worse, considering my impending demise. Well, let's get this over with, shall we? Onward!
Alright, so a lot of people to save. Okay. And... oh, there's someone. None of them look like young maidens to me, but hey, I'm not one to judge. I'm not even sure where I'm going with saying that. Let's just get on with our lives here. And ending this guy that we're traveling with, ending his. Horror kiss. You know what? There we go, yeah, just please die. Just stop inconveniencing me and die. That'd be great. Alright. Talisman of Protection. And yeah, that's actually... Not like a lot of games where like talismans are accessories. No, talismans are shields here. I mean, they're shields for magic users, so I guess it sort of makes sense. Still, question mark, but whatever. Burning Hammer. Oh, that's actually... It's basically the Smoldering Hammer I have, but slightly stronger. So yes, we will equip that. And then throw our old hammer into the junk. Why are you hanging around? Get out of here. This does not concern you, mortal. Oh no, they're rubbing off on me. I'm becoming a pompous, immortal jerk. There we go. If you say so, buddy. Yeah, that kind of not really rhymed. I'm sure there was a word for that kind of rhyme scheme. Trapper's Longsword. Minor Social Grace. Ah, Persuasion by 1. I will actually want to use that here in a bit. Nope, it's weaker than my blood sword of, or my long sword of bloodletting. Though both of them are kind of inferior to my great sword and hammer. I mean, admittedly, when you're talking just raw damage numbers, that's kind of to be expected. Giant swords tend to do a lot of damage. Alright. So that's 3 of the cells open. So let me... Yep, okay. So I was remembering the layout of this correctly. That potion of social grace. Okay. Oh great, the camera's freaked out. That's great. Okay, there we go. I can see everything again. That's good. There we go. Things are dead. We are good with this. Apprentice Kite Shield. It is not a very good shield. Steel Chauces. Huh. 9 points of armor. I'll actually have to take a look at that one. Limb shoes, they aren't going to do me any good. Armor. It's about... it's less than a 5% increase, and I lose that lightning resistance. So nope, you can go into the junk. Alright, and... Chauces of the Wave. Nope. Greater Healing Potion, though. That's kind of nifty. And nothing in here. Alright. Let's not step in the poison muck. If I'm not mistaken, that will poison us, and I'd rather not have that going into this fight. There we go. Alright. Minor Social Grace. Oh, this is not the room I thought it was. Okay, fine. So I was thinking the next room is where we're going to use that. Embrace, minor steel curtain, soft scrabble powder, no reagents found, free the prisoners. Nope, we've got a job to do here. That's why we're rescuing you. I don't want this social grace potion to run out. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Next room, next room, next room, next room. Oh, so you're approaching me, huh?
So the witch was right. Help has come from Sir Ferrara the Fair, who flounders in the puddles of Uduath. Such a champion should never lose his way, not in his own song. You, new knight, leave now, forsaking the last prisoners, and I will share with you my knowledge. How I came to change things. Stay, and you'll have nothing but corpses.
What witch, huh?
Oh, I don't know who she is. I don't care. What concerns me is power. The power to end this pitiful design. In every song, the summer champion triumphs. His enemy falls. How long has this been the way of the telling? This existence. It is not a life. It is not a death. It is a snare in which I have struggled for centuries. No more.
Where are the other settlers? Who else did you kidnap?
They are safe. But while mortals have no cares, they also have no time. I can keep them here in Uduath for as long as I wish. Until they are but dust.
You're not gonna hurt anyone, okay? You don't sound like the kind of dude that wants to hurt anyone. You're just sick of reliving the same tragic story over and over again. I feel like I can understand. I've never been in that situation, but it doesn't sound fun.
That's true. My intent was never to do harm. All I want, all I have ever wanted was love. Not to be alone in my eternal grief. Fine. The prisoners are free to go. But you shall take their place. You shall be Bloody Bones' new desire.
Alright, cool. So, screw you and your fate. And and yeah, the dude just falls over dead that we need to resurrect. But first let's loot this dude. Helm of Skill. Not much going on there. Okay, I was saving the fate there because the fate shift because that fight can be kind of obnoxious sometimes. Similar to the what's it called? To the widow fight we had last episode. It's like she's just surrounded by helpers, or she's surrounded by helpers. Not as many as her though, and she doesn't keep resummoning them. But he also just fights from long range and just throws stuff at you. That's like, it's not super hard to dodge, but dodging it makes you get out of range to fight him. So unless they give a bow and arrow or something long range, he's obnoxious to fight. Anyway, let's resurrect this dude.
Well done, Sagrel. You have proven yourself worthy of the name. Hallam's trust in you was not misguided. I don't know what to make of Bloody's tale, but it has the ring of truth to it. We must return to Wenson and tell him what we've learned here in Uduath. Keep moving.
Alright. Okay, you take the long way. You're immortal, you know, you don't need to worry about wasting time. You have unlimited time. Anyway, let's quickly level up since that's a thing we were able to do now. Let's see, lock picking. What is Sagecraft? Increases quality of shard drops. We're not going to be using that for a while. Blacksmithing, though. You can harvest components from some enemies in the world and increase the effectiveness of repair kits. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright, so let's see. I'll be 1 point short of being able to get to the next tier. That would be spending all my points, so that's actually not too bad. Alright. That's 10% more damage, 20% more damage. Increases the cost of Quake. Alright. Honestly, Relentless Assault is doing me well. Do that and that. And what the heck, let's do that too. Let's see, so 40 to 66 physical damage. Plus 20%. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Alright. So let's get out of here and make our way back to the Summer Court, or the something. No, Summer Court is the other one. That's the one that's here. I actually don't remember. Wall splat. More literal this time than in most fighting games. I guess like a wall splat as it's used to describe things in fighting games. It's a pretty literal statement, but you know, like literally he just splattered. So I guess that'd be a wall splatter. Might be a more literal way of describing it. I have no idea. Let's actually make my life a little bit easier. Actually, no, we won't worry about Trident's charge. But yeah, because there is one last big lump of land mass that we haven't been on here in the middle of this lake. There's nothing really important there, but I figure, yeah, this is going to be the Ettinmere episode. Might as well explore all of it. And also, I mean, we're already at an hour and a half here. Get over here. Ow. I ain't being anywhere near that. There we go. Another Ettin War Priest dead for good or for old time's sake. Let's see, some gold there. If I remember correctly, there's like one or two chests somewhere on this big island. Oh. Oh no, we're on the wrong island. Whoops. Wrong island. Let's try again. Here we go. This is the island I was talking about. But as you can see, there are some enemies that are on the map. We're ignoring them for the moment. So we can come pick some flowers. Oh hey, we actually got some this time. Nifty. Come at me if you wish. Ow. Okay, no, that was not straight. Great, there's two of you here. Ow. Let me just face tank and take some potions. Rousing longsword. Doesn't seem like it'd be useful, but we'll check it out in a moment. Nope, still weaker than my blood sword or my longsword of bloodletting, so we'll just ignore that. Let's see, these guys came from up here. Anything up useful up here? Interesting. The cutscene does to show that they were approaching us, attacking. So far doesn't look like there's much interesting up here. I mean, lots of reagents, so that's cool. Actually, no, rousing daggers on my build, so we're not worried about that. Okay, so that thing actually does hit behind you if or on a later hitbox. That's actually kind of cool. And birch staff, not really to my build here. Treasure chest, easy lockpick. Yep. Of course, I lose lots of lockpick on an easy lockpick. That's how things work for me sometimes. Actually, a lot of the time. Surprise! Home run! And they're just over here too. Not my build, not my build. Get out of the range of that thing. That thing can hurt a lot. When he does that little slam. There we go. You look uncomfortable, my good friend. Alright, so there wasn't much point in coming to this little island here. But it's not whether anything useful happened, it's the journey and the having fun killing Ettins. Because, I mean, they're not super difficult to fight. Their attack pattern, they move slow. They're kind of like trolls, but less but weaker. Though admittedly, most of the trolls we fight have all been bosses, so that might be why they're weaker than the trolls we fought is, you know, they're weaker than bosses, because they're random encounters, basically. But, whatever. Let's make our way back over here to the Ballad's Oratory. That's what it's called. I knew there was a name for it. And I just hit the home button on the Xbox controller here. I don't know what that actually does on PC. Don't particularly care. I'm not dealing with it. Let's actually talk to our merchant friend over here. Hello? Merchant friend? Oh. Do you just sleep all day?
In the
You
market
sleep
for
on the
shards.
lawn?
I've got plenty weighing down my pack. I have to get rid of them.
Alright. So Winston, where... Wait, what? Where am I supposed to be going? Oh, I have to go all the way back up to there? Yeah, we'll deal with that later then. For some reason I thought we had to come back here to finish up the quest with what's his name? What's his face? The hero of summer or whatever. They're just like fighting alongside him not too long ago, and I already forgot his name. That's cool. I kind of feel like a jerk now. I mean, I'm not too upset by this fact or too concerned, but, you know, I feel kind of like a jerk right now. I forgot the guy's name. We were brothers in arms, fighting against evil. He didn't do much. Mostly I just stopped time and just wrecked everything. But, you know, stuff. Alright, and then, let's see. Let's see where we want to go. Let's get past the random encounters, because we'll deal with that later, along with the fact I do have enough money here that I can go ahead and get more blacksmith training. But since we're not really dealing with crafting our own equipment yet, I'm not worried about getting blacksmith training. So we will finally make our way to the actual story for a little while here. And you see what this dude's yelling about future running out and all that. Oh! My, if you don't look familiar. What's this corpse? Steel kite shield, not particularly useful. I'll talk to you in a moment. Something tells me these guys. You know what? Because the Fate Weaver, he can see the future. He's like, you're gonna die. I'm just here to facilitate that. But Fate says you are going to die on this day. I see. That's what he was yelling about. Okay. Time for a drink. I can get behind that, buddy.
It's good you're here. I was beginning to think you were just something I saw in the bottle. Welcome to the ruins of Delok.
Why are we here exactly again? I've kind of been not dealing with the story for very long.
Because for some reason, you can change fate. In here, I can get a glimpse of the whole of the weave and see where you should fit in.
Okay. You still seem to be crazy, but actually no. This is the place again.
Yes. It doesn't look like much, but in these ruins lies the Theater of Fate, the ancient home of the Fate Weavers. Come with me. No telling what we'll find down there.
All right. Indeed, in we go indeed. Well, it's been quite a video here, and this will be its own interesting little adventure, so tune in next time where we travel to the Theater of Fate in Delok and see where we fit into the grand scheme of things, shall we? Until then, though, as always, later, folks.